Hey there, Marina Ormes here with your Astro vibe for Wednesday, September 21st. Today, I want to give you an opportunity to learn a little bit more about your zodiac sign. And so, with the moon in Leo, we're talking about authentic self-expression for your zodiac sign. And today is part one. So, we'll be covering Aries through Virgo zodiac signs. That's Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. And the reason we are talking about authentic self-expression is great timing for today. We have a moon in Leo, all about sharing your authentic self, sharing, shining, moving in the world, living fully, living authentically, joyfully, and putting that truth of who you are into what you do in the world, into how you move and share and express yourself. Yesterday, I gave you some good tips on how to work with Leo energy, Leo moon energy, which is where we are right now, what it looks like for from moving from the moon in Cancer to the moon in Leo, and how that follows naturally. So you may want to go check that out and review a little bit of what Leo moon energy brings us and how to optimize your working with that. So, and self-care, the astrology of unshakable self-care, of course, always means that we are taking care of ourselves to live in our truth more fully, because when you do that, it is what is healthiest for you. It's not just a good idea. It's actually the source of your well-being. It's the source of what makes you feel good and right with the world. So we have, when we're looking at well-being and being healthy and being whole, it's not just our physical selves, but it's our mind, body, spirit, emotion, all the different parts of ourselves that need to be healthy and well for us to be in our optimal wellness, in our optimal state of health, and our optimal ability to repair and regenerate our physical body, which is what we, typically think of in mainstream healthcare is repair of the physical organism, that the body that we're honored to inhabit. And of course, we want that to be functioning optimally. But to support that, we have to have the rest of our needs met, our mental, our emotional, our spiritual needs, our need to live a life that has meaning and purpose, a need to experience and express joy and aliveness. And so that's one of the things that Leo helps us to remember. And when the moon is in Leo, it's perfect time to attend to our need to express ourselves. So let's take a look at, for your own sun sign, what that would look like to make the most of a Leo moon, or any time really, but it's just a great time to be thinking about it. And so I'm going to share my screen here. I have this handout, and it's the soul lessons of each astrological sign. So when we're if you're the sun sign is Aries, of course you have this opportunity to step into the highest possibilities for Aries of courage, spontaneity, being proactive, being self-aware, having self-mastery, and knowing who you are, and being clear and confident in your truth. Having some sacred selfishness where you focus on being who you are, and doing things because stepping into that role of trusting yourself and stepping into leadership from that place where you know who you are, and you do things because you have something unique and genuine. And it may not be the whole picture, but it's important to act on that, to act on who you are. It's a willingness to make decisions, a willingness to act, and enjoyment of the present moment, living in the moment and enjoying life. Also wonderful expression of that Aries energy. Of course, if you have an Aries sun, you want to watch out for some of these lower possibilities and notice when they're coming up so that you can send them love, recognize them for what they are, and invite them to see what needs to shift. So some of the lower possibilities for Aries are reactivity, maybe working too hard or pushing too hard, feeling powerless, feeling like you're spinning your wheels, feeling like a victim, like someone else has power over you. Someone else is the dominator, the aggressor, right? So instead of stepping into your truth and your power, needing to control others or circumstances through aggression, or the need to be in control at the expense of others or the expense of other perspectives, or needing to dominate. So watch for some of those pitfalls, notice them in the ways that they might show up in you, and notice ways that you can invite them to shift into some of these higher possibilities. How can you reframe your understanding of yourself and some of your ways of being? And then if your sun sign is Taurus, you want to be expressing yourself through your physical being, through engagement in the world, through experiencing the world through the senses, having your hands on things, feeling, touching, tasting, smelling, through gratitude practices that really appreciate the things you have and the way that things are that bring love and support into the world. Discovering and enhancing resources. If you have a Taurus sun, a good way of expressing yourself might be participating in things that can help with sustainability, with nourishment of the world and food and ways of caring for our bodies. Peace, and just feeling peaceful in relationship with the natural world, a sense of belonging, a sense of valuing yourself and others, and giving good energy to the things you value. Taurus energy Taurus is ruled by Venus, so it has to do with values and what we appreciate and find beautiful. So if you have a Taurus sun, you want to watch for some of the pitfalls of these lower possibilities, which could be stasis, or getting stuck in a rut, stuck in patterns that don't have a way to shift out of them. Unquestioned acceptance of the status quo or the way things are. Imbalances in resources, having too much, not having enough, watching for some of those things, and imbalances in your body that might show up as health challenges, having a distortion or imbalance in values, in the way that you value things, the way that you recognize and appreciate the things you have or the things in your life. Another one, lower vibration for Taurus, is to oversimplify, right? Taurus is looking for that simplicity of the status quo, looking for things to make sense. And so watch for any tendency to just be comfortable in the simplicity, and instead look for ways that you can engage with the world and explore the world through your senses. If your sun sign is Gemini, you have this beautiful self-expression that comes through curiosity, through exploring your mind, discovering new ideas and learning things, through your intelligence and your ability to learn things and the things that you know and the way that you process information. one of the beautiful ways of expressing Gemini energy is through a mind of wonder, right? Having that open mind that is just can be astonished by the things that the world has for us to experience and learn and discover. So it's that openness, it's a willingness to ask questions, to learn new things. It's the ability to notice, things that might bring in an interesting angle or new perspective that Gemini energy can notice, because it has that ability to notice the things that are there that we might gloss over if we aren't paying attention. And of course, embracing our own learning style and honoring and welcoming the way that we learn. These are all higher possibilities of Gemini self-expression. So Gemini Sun wants to watch for the lower possibilities, the pitfalls of distractions, right? Having difficulty focusing, information overload. So watch for the potential for getting unfocused or distracted by a million tangents. Really watch for the pitfall of getting lost in meaningless information or data. The possibility to get hung up on language or verbal challenges. Not that they need to be a problem, but just that we need to have an open-minded approach to the way that we communicate and think and process information. And so part of that Gemini expression is welcoming your own learning style. And then, of course, difficulty seeing the big picture. And we talked about learning challenges, but just honoring and welcoming the way that you engage with your mind, with curiosity, and with possibility. That is the beautiful way for Gemini Sun energy, and if you're Gemini Sun, to express yourself while the moon is in Leo and at all times. And then if your sun sign is Cancer, we've got this beautiful self-expression that has to do with the way we have our share our feelings, the way we can be attuned to feelings and nurturing and emotions and caring and healing, and that way that caring and nurturing facilitate healing. It's a level of comfort with emotions and expression of emotions, because emotions are helping to clear space, helping us to evolve and transform and be more healthy and well. So having compassion for others, intuition, empathy, and the ability to think about needs, to take care of yourself. Self-care is one of the highest expressions of good Cancer energy, and of course, from that place where your own needs are met, then you can think about what do other people need, and feeding people and taking care of people and thinking about their needs and their happiness. But remember how important it is to think of your own first and not just overgive. Which brings us to the lower possibilities for Cancer energy and some of the pitfalls you want to watch out for if your sun is in Cancer. Of course, we want to watch out for being overly sensitive, easily overwhelmed. And so having healthy boundaries, healthy recognition of your own needs and how to take care of those, and being responsible for taking care of your own needs, not expecting someone else to do that for you, farming out your own your own self-care. You don't want to do that. It's not in your best interest. And sometimes it's good to let yourself be taken care of by another person, and that's a little different. That's knowing who you are and allowing yourself to receive caring from another person, which is one of those higher expressions, higher possibilities for Cancer. But anyway, don't give away your power. Don't expect someone else to meet your needs for you without you having to take responsibility for that. That's a lower possibility. So ineffective or overly effective boundaries, right? So not not an ineffective boundary would be letting somebody walk all over you, be a doormat. It would be caring, and giving without receiving and having that balance. Overly effective boundaries would be like the crab, the Cancer crab with the claws out and the hard shell that pushes people away, that doesn't let people in or doesn't allow your vulnerability to be seen and shared. Vulnerability with healthy boundaries and healthy self-awareness is the higher expression. So defensiveness, hiding, being fearful, those can all be things to watch out for and reframe. Maybe there's some defensiveness or some fear that is because you need a better boundary, or because you need a better awareness, or some self-care that can help you remember who you are and how to ask for what you need. So there's some good self-expression for Cancer energy. We just got 2 more here for today. And that is, if you are a Leo sun, your Leo moon is you're in your element. So it's the perfect time to step into expressing yourself, generosity of heart, being courageous in sharing your truth, expressing yourself, being seen for who you are, stepping into creativity, exploring creativity. What does a healthy ego look like? And how can you be that healthy ego and model healthy ways of believing in yourself and trusting yourself from that place of knowing who you are? And then enthusiastically encouraging others to do the same, which of course you have to, as always, take care of yourself so that you can be there and be supportive of others with full enthusiasm and integrity. And then some of the lower possibilities, some of the pitfalls we want to watch out for. If you're Leo sun, is being overly dramatic, overly needy or demanding, self-absorbed, think not such a healthy ego expression, right? Maybe a little too full of yourself, or excessive role playing, right? The drama, the storytelling, sometimes that can be healthy and fun, but just watch out for, is it being healthy, or is it serving some dysfunction that you may be expressing? So inappropriate self-expression, too much, too little, feeling entitled, having an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Again, if you notice these for yourself, there are ways to look at them, to reframe them, to ask yourself what you need, how you need to take care of yourself so that you can see these possibilities in a different light, so you can step more fully into the higher possibilities of Leo sun expression. And then our last one for today, if your sun sign is Virgo, self-expression is humble, right? For Virgos, there's a sense of humility, of focusing on what you can do to be of service, to offer and develop and hone your technical skills, crafts, hands-on things that you work on and maintain and create, a willingness to practice, to learn, to put in the time to develop something over time in day-to-day ways, physical wellness and taking care of your body and nutrition, and what are the day-to-day practices that support that. Also for Virgo, of course, the ability to see the potential. what things could be, how they could be improved upon, how our health could be better, the ability to discern and notice what it is that needs attention or maintenance or repair or love and care, and to put that that energy and that humility and that love into what you do, because in the small things that you do, it makes a big difference over time. So Virgo is not about glory or glamour, but it is definitely something that brings it's being of service. It's really being of service to something that can be meaningful and have purpose and make a difference, and is in service to others. So Virgo sun could watch out for the lower possibilities, the pitfalls of being overly critical or nitpicky, especially on yourself. Watch for self-criticism. Those sometimes have to really be paid attention to notice when you're doing that. And sometimes we just take it as normal, and it's not healthy for us to be overly critical of ourselves. So notice the ways that you are hard on yourself and the ways that you don't need to be. Health issues, imbalances in your body and your physical well-being. An obsession with details, right? So noticing every little thing. An unrealistic demand for perfection, being a perfectionist, being a wet blanket on the party because you're just pointing out everything that's wrong. Imbalances in diet, nutrition, physical wellness. So watch for those pitfalls, especially that tendency to be nitpicky, overly hard on yourself, not believe in yourself, and look for ways to reframe that. Look for ways to see, hey, you know, I really am here to offer myself to be of service, and here's what I can do that is helpful, instead of just being critical or judgmental. So there you go. That is our first 6 zodiac signs for expression with a Leo moon. And tomorrow I'll do Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces for you. And we'll look at how to express yourself in your optimal way if you have those sun signs. And the moon will be in Leo tomorrow as well. So I will be back with you then. Thanks so much for watching and for your support, for your subscribes, likes, comments, and I'd love to hear what you think. All right, bye for now.